What's up everyone, it's Charles here, otherwise known as Chachi Power, to do a review for Rocket Punch Army. Today we have the poem Govarian. Alright, this is a gokin, this is a die-cast metal robot. The poem here sort of looks like a Popey logo. And on top of that, you'll also notice that the robot itself kind of looks like Mazinger Z. And you'll see that later on a little bit more clearly. The box art, again, like a lot of older Japanese stuff, is absolutely phenomenal. Now the offset printing is a little bit too offset in the fact that it doubles up in a certain amount of places here. A little bit offset here, and the bottom here has the graphics and the artwork again. If we look up back, the directions are back here. You get the robot with the rocket punch feature. You get the little missiles for the gun. And you have the transformation down here. Alright, so pretty simple box. What we're going to do is go inside of the box and pull out the contents. And once we have it out of the box, this is the layout of everything. You get the robot obviously right in the middle. You get this little wing piece here. You get the sword here. You get the two fists. You have these little rolling wheels here. You have a couple of missiles and the actual gun itself. So we're going to pull this out, get them all together here for you guys. Put them right there. Need some fists. Pull those out here. Pop those in. Now, this robot is notorious for the fists firing on themselves or not even staying in. This one does a pretty good job of the weapon staying in. Alright, so this is the main robot, and what I meant by looking like Mazinger Z, check out the face. You get the same little grilled mouth as Mazinger Z. You kind of have the same nose and eyes. Almost even the same type of headpiece here, except there's no pilder in there. You can essentially call this the pilder. So it obviously is very, very, very inspired by Mazinger Z. You even get the red crest piece here. Other than that, it pretty much is its own design. Of course, it borrows cues from other robots, but overall, nothing really stands out as looking like any other robot. So what we're going to do now is check out the articulation. Alright, so we'll start off with the head. You got a simple back and forth swivel, and that's about it with the head. Alright, then you got the shoulders. They just rotate all around. There's really no ratchets. It's kind of, there we go, there's a fist going off by itself. Kind of sort of ratchets a little bit. I think it's just the plastic just rubbing on the inside. Alright, there's no waist. The legs, you can forget about the legs moving. They pretty much just do this. Alright, and the knees, you got about that much knee articulation, and the foot kind of just moves. You got the little ratchet here, but that's really just for transformation. You're not going to be getting any crazy poses out of this guy. Let's just grab the fists and put them back. Alright, so we'll set him up with all these other pieces here. We'll take out his sword, so you can check the sword out. And the sword is just a gray plastic with a red painted handle. Just go ahead and pop that in there. Again, fist likes to pop out. Alright, and let's set him up with the gun here. Right, and we'll grab one of the little missiles, and then we'll put the little missile here on the front. Now, I don't know if I don't have the other one to compare it to. The spring is kind of sticking out from the front here. I don't know if that's normal. Doesn't look like it is, but it should still work. All right, yeah, kind of stays in there, and then we can pop that into the other hand, so you can see what it looks like holding both weapons. Since the fist coming off is not really letting me do such a great review, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take off the arms and take them apart, because apparently the springs are coiled over on themselves in each fist, and I think that's what's keeping the fist from really firing correctly or staying in. So I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. I know in my solo Chogokin GX51 video I said I was not going to take robots apart, and I think I jinxed myself, because now I'm taking this one apart, and hopefully I'm not going to mess it up. This is a vintage toy, but I do want to fix the freaking springs in here. It's annoying to have them all coiled up in there, and that's why the fists are giving me a problem. So give me a moment and I'll have this fixed. So as you can see, the spring is nowhere near where it's supposed to be. It should actually be facing this way, because the missile goes right in there, or the fist I should say. And then this goes right here. This is the release for the clip. Whoops, don't want to lose that spring. Alright, and then once you got that in there like that, you just want to put it back together. And now when we put the fist in, it should clip in very securely. And by the way, it does have ratchets. You'll see it does have an octagon shaped arm piece here. And while we're at it, we might as well check out the diecast content. The actual chest and arms are not diecast at all. It's this lower piece here, all right, the hips, both halves, and then just the feet. That is all. Alright, so we can finally continue with the rest of the review. So here he is with his weapons again. Now the fists are actually staying on. It's still easy to shoot them out because all you got to do is touch this little elbow piece here and they will shoot out. But at least they're holding on now and they are shooting with the force that they're supposed to. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I will show you the force that they shoot out with now, since they are so eager to remove themselves from this robot body. So we'll go ahead and check that out. There you go. So quite a bit of force. Not bad considering the springs were bent who knows how many years in there. And you'll see this spring has relocated itself back to where it's supposed to be. This one stayed bent. So the spring is bent and you kind of have to work it in there to come back out. But otherwise, not too bad. Put these fists back on. Now before we get into the transformation of this robot, let's just take a moment to really just let it sink in for a second how weird, maybe ugly in a lot of you people's eyes, this robot is. He's got obviously the Mazinger inspired head, the crest piece. Other than that, he's got like a grayish, you know, like a pale color. It's not really silver, it's kind of like a grayish, which has a little bit of yellowing from the years. But it's got some weird blue design here, like a two-tone blue right here. It's kind of got like a gut, if you look at it like that. It's either supposed to look muscular or it's got a gut, but it's kind of stumpy looking. Not the sexiest of all robots that you may have come across. But overall, I do like the design. You know, it does have rather short arms, but you know, whatever. But we're going to check out the transformation. So we're going to go ahead and check out the box for reference. It does say spin the head and pop it off, so that comes off rather easily. It's kind of keyed in here. If you saw my Scope Dog, the Yamato Scope Dog review, it's pretty much the same exact thing as the waist, where the waist would pop out and fall. And let's see what else. Oh, there goes a fist. Alright, so you're supposed to attach wheels, which I'm going to grab out of the box right here. And they get attached. First we remove these panels here. Please don't break. Alright, remove those. And then we attach the rollers. Alright, get the other one here. Alright, so now we got rollers there on the back. We do want to bring the feet down. This does not feel good right there. A lot of creaking and snapping there, but I think it's just ratchets. Alright, and then we want to replace the crest piece here. Please don't break, please don't break. Alright, just wobble it back and forth till it pops out. Alright, so we got that off. And we want to replace it with the winged one. Like that. I'm not going to bother to push that down. It looks, oh, there we go. Never mind. I did bother. Alright, so that goes like that. Then we grab the rocket launcher, whatever you want to call this, put it right above his crotch hole there. And there's one thing I did forget to take off the backpack here. When you pop this off, don't break, oh, thank you. You get these big heavy brass wheels here. A little bit of overkill to have big brass wheels like that, but you know, it makes the figure a little bit cooler. And then just attach this right back here like that, snaps right on. That covers the whole of the head, provides a little boosters here, and then you have vehicle mode, which really just looks like a robot laying down pointing his toes out. Alright, we will check out the missile firing feature of the gun here. Let's check that out. That was really powerful. Wow, that was not weak at all. Let's try it again. Look at that. You can't even really see it. So yeah, overall very, very cool. I wish the spring would not pop back out of the front here. But there it is, guys. This is the Poem Govarian. Pretty neat figure nonetheless. It feels hefty, even though the only thing that's die-cast is really this section here and the feet. But the feet are solid metal. Like, they just feel solid. I don't believe they are hollow. They're not even two pieces. It's just one solid chunk of die-cast for each foot. So I'm just putting them back in robot mode for the end of the review. You'll remember I said the legs made some really weird noises. You'll see there's bars. Try not to block it. Right? This bar that comes out, it's a plastic bar that jumps over these ratchets here on the foot. yeah, you might want to be careful. I don't know, it looks like the plastic on this is really good, but it just skips over those ratchets. So I don't know if these things are prone to breaking. I don't plan on ever transforming this again, but it's something to look out for. So as I wrap up this review, let me just go ahead and start putting them back together. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I had a lot of fun doing it. I should have done the review a lot sooner, since I have owned this piece for a long time. Not this exact one in specific, but I do have one laying around somewhere. But if you have any questions or comments, you guys know what to do. That's what the comment section down there is for. And yeah, till next time, bye bye.